Authorities are tracking a high-tech Chinese research ship that's making its way across Australia's southern coast. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says he would prefer if the vessel wasn't in Australian waters, but says it's operating within international rules. For more, Defence correspondent Andrew Green joins us now. Hi there, Andrew. So tell us about this research ship and what it's been doing.
Mel, this research vessel has not been a real secret for several weeks or even months. It's been operating out of New Zealand and has in fact been cooperating with that country's scientists as they've done a series of deep sea experiments off the New Zealand coast. It carries a submersible vehicle with it, so a mini submarine of sorts that is able to go to depths of several thousand metres below surface, and for some time this research has been happening off New Zealand, as I say, but in recent days this vessel has begun making its way back to China and very close along the southern coast of Australia, and that's of course where recently a Chinese task group caused all sorts of headaches for the Australian Defence Force as it was making its way also around Australia's coast.
So Andrew, what's the response been to this?
Well, interestingly, the Prime Minister has decided to weigh into this in a way that suggests the government isn't entirely happy about the presence of this research vessel. Anthony Albanese has stressed, of course, that it's entitled to be there, just as Australian vessels regularly go up into the South China Sea with protests from China. But let's hear now from the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, when he was asked about it today.
I would prefer that it wasn't there, but we live in circumstances where just as Australia has vessels in the South China Sea and vessels in the Taiwan Strait and a range of areas, this vessel is there. What our task is to do is to make sure that we represent Australia's national interests. We do that each and every day, and I have every confidence in our Defence Force and our security agencies to do just that.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese speaking earlier today in West Australia. Important to point out, this is a civilian vessel, unlike the Chinese Naval Task Group that came into this region several weeks ago, and therefore Australia is using Border Force to monitor this vessel. Of course, the Australian Defence Force is also keeping tabs on it, but in terms of the assets being used to monitor the passage of this Chinese vessel, that is being left at this stage to border authorities.